Thanks for hanging out. Let's go into Game 3, the final game of today's iCast 2 Freakin' Awesome Replays, where players had to make some New Year's resolutions. That resolution had to be a mono battle, which they're meant to announce in chat in the early game. Let's see. I'm not sure who sent this replay in. And 7 minutes into the game, they're allowed to abandon that resolution, just like any actual resolutions you fuckers have made for your real life. Like, oh, I'm going to eat healthy, going to go to the gym. Oh, I'm going to stop procrastinating. I'm only going to watch one episode of a Netflix series in a row. I'm going to turn off the autoplay next episode function. Fucking what, like 3 days later, you watch 7 episodes in a row of a new show that comes out, and you're like, oh no. Teardrop here is just talking to someone else in private chat. I don't know what's going on. Let's intro these players. Down in the bottom right, in the red, the Terran player. It's Team UR's Teardrop. And up here in the top left-hand side, in the blue, representing Validity Gaming, it's Germ Stud Dog. It's a dog that's a stud, but also has a lot of germs on it. So it's the dog is attractive. It's a stud. Everyone wants to hook up with the stud. It's like, that dog is awesome, but it's also dirty. I'm not really sure. I don't think we can deconstruct this name too far. No idea who's playing mono battles in this one. No one's announced shit. What is going on? Who's made a New Year's resolution? I am waiting. We can always just watch and find out, of course. That'll be fine. For all of those watching at home, don't forget to get your replays in for next week. There is a new challenge. It is encirclement, where you can flank, surround, or encircle your opponent with siege tactics. So this could be one where you go mass zealot zergling, you flank from two sides, you set any sort of two-pronged attack where you pincer your opponent's army or you try to surround them. Or you could go and do some sort of disgusting encircling contain where you try and just surround their bases. I mean, there's a lot of freedom with this one. It's kind of a mixture of all the surrounding and engagement, like flanking ICYFARs, but it's also got a little bit of the siege tactics, siege warfare ones, which you can also use. So there's a lot of freedom. Send your replays in, get your best replays to me, and it should be fun. I'm loving this fake bunker here, trying to force the overreaction. Germ Stud Dog is like, I don't give a fuck. There could be like 6 Marines walking in right now. 1 drone is easily going to defend. I don't give a shit. And the bunker does finish, and Teardrop should be selling that. Teardrop's like, whoa, sells it. Yeah, it's 75 minerals back. Is like, it was a fake. Back at home, 3 bunkers. 3 bunkers in a Marine. 3 Marines in a bunker are hanging out on the natural. Teardrop's got the expansion. And, okay, Teardrop's playing the mono battle, mother truckers. That's, oh my god. 4 barracks, Marine, the bunker distraction at the start, already has a natural up in mining. It's going to be mass Marine. I wonder if they're going to get upgrades, or if he's going to go, like, full staircase. For those of you who don't know, some people just really struggle with understanding the fundamentals of economics in StarCraft, in that more minerals equals more units, so the faster you get more bases, more minerals, the bigger an army you can get. And that's such a big part of what wins you games. Jack Attack, an absolute legend of teaching people fundamentals of StarCraft and mechanics and that sort of stuff, came up with a system that would force you to engage in this understanding of the game, where you would start off by simply building more and more command centers and barracks and just making unupgraded Marines. You'd never take gas, you'd never take anything else, and you would basically, even in like Bronze League, end up with like 16 barracks rallying Marines across the map, and with nothing but attack move, you would win games because you just have so much shit. I feel like Teardrop here is going to do that. No. Okay, gases do go down, thank God. Up to 6 barracks and an engineering bay, gas is going down. Teardrop's playing a friggin' awesome style here. And I don't know if Germstud knows about it. I mean, there has been a little bit of vision. This one pervy boy can see the edge of this pack of Marines. That might be the giveaway. He's going to Murphy. Oh my god! Germ Stud Dog, really investing in the perversion, has decided, you know what? I'm going to get you for Christmas a pair of binoculars and a pair of Nikes so you can run faster. Look at that. Level 3 pervert. Look, he's got so many eyeballs on him. Look. Eyeball there, eyeball there, eyeball there. This is designed by Abatha to watch. You know, you put him in your cupboard while you're having a bit of personal time with your partner, And this Overseer will watch. Like, oh my god. Like, yeah, maybe you want to get the experience of people watching you while you're doing private things, but you don't want to actually put videos on the internet because you might lose your job. Just get one Overseer, invest in that, sit it in your bedroom. You're going to feel like there's 26 people watching at once. It's going to be creepy. It's going to be weird. But if that's your thing, get into it. More Marines coming across the map here. The first move out. There's no defense. Germstar Dog at the 5-minute mark has 4 fucking Zerglings with no Zergling speed. These Marines, though, are going to go to the third base. They see there's no workers. They're like, shit, we need to get in the worker line. We need to get in the worker line. This Queen is like, I'm a distraction. Oh, no. God damn it. Why did the Zerg just use me as a distraction? That's shit. Roach speed is almost done, and that's kind of frightening. Does end up changing targets, though, but nice focus fire is going to take down a few Roaches. Will this Queen go down? Oh, big fat naked lady gets out of there on red hit points. She's been cut up by those bullets, but she does live, and she'll very slowly regenerate by eating that creep. I like to imagine that Zerg units, when they're regenerating, they're kind of like they've got all these holes in their body, and they're just picking up little wads of creep and sticking it into them like Play-Doh. They're like, yeah, just fucking plug the holes up, and it just slowly like morphs with their body and turns into an actual functional body part. So I feel like that's how Zerg do regenerate. We'll have to find out how this goes. That's a lot of Marines. Stim is still only about halfway done, but that's just too many Marines. And I think those Roaches realize that they're like, we've got +1, we've got Roach speed, but probably can't get any more damage done for now. Third CC is on the way. Factory's on the way. There's going to be medevacs added into this eventually. 50 seconds until the Monobattle New Year resolution can be broken. And Teardrop, I mean, Teardrop stayed strong. It's been only Marines so far. Is timing it out perfectly, though, to break the challenge. You know, this is like if you've gone on a diet and then you're like, no, I'm gonna not eat anything bad, but then you're still buying snacks and like putting them in visually obvious places around your home. That's what this factory is. It's like, you know you're gonna turn that into a starport. You're gonna build a bunch of medevacs as well. In the meantime, though, the Marines decide to hit just before Stim finishes. Oh no, anti-timing. Teardrop goes in, is gonna trade not terribly against the Roaches, but imagine if Stim was finished. Look at that, every single Marine dies. They're like, really, Commander? You sure you wanted us to fight right then? And Stim packs are ready. Once again, the Terran commanders are fucking idiots. Their soldiers have to pay the price for their arrogance, World War I style. What's the goal here? Says Germstar Dog. Teardrop's like, dude, I don't know, man. I'm fucking beating you. I got fucking mass Marine, man. I'm starting to add Marauders, and it's past 7 minutes. Get rid of the New Year's resolutions. Fuck that shit. Start eating the chocolate, the candy, the snacks. Get a gigantic pack of Doritos. And remember, for anyone out there, if you've ever felt guilty eating some junk food, make sure you go all the way. For me personally, my favorite is I get a beanbag, I get an Xbox controller, I get some video games up on my TV, and I make sure as I'm eating the Doritos, I'm shirtless, of course, my hairy nerd chest, and I've got Dorito dust slowly spreading down me chest, and the crumbs and the little bits of flavoring collecting in my belly button. I have a very big belly button. You people out there who have outies, you fucking freaks, you can't do this. All you can do is decorate it like a spire. For me, I get to like have a treasure trove of just fucking snack crumbs down me, and I've got a 2-liter bottle, it's about a gallon of Mountain Dew next to me. And I'm like, if I'm gonna eat some fucking junk food, I'm gonna do it right. Teardrop here is like, yeah, I've got some Marauders in there, me stim pack's done, get fucked. Germ's like, mate, I've got more Roach Ravager than you have Bio, get out of here. Your third has officially been denied. Teardrop's like, reinforcements are here, mate. Oh, stutter steps forward, and those Roaches and Ravagers take a one-way trip to Deadsville. Dicktown? Deadsville? I don't know. One does manage to poke his little head down. The command center's like, land. 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 Oh, there's a burrowed Roach there. Finally does reveal that little shithead and is able to land the command center. Good stuff. Marines and Marauders are out. Tons of bio on the way. That's a lot of barracks. Holy shit. That's a 10 barracks bio player. 10 barracks bio. Holy crap. We've got a second engineering bay and an armory on the way now as well. The Roaches do have the better upgrades. They're going into Hydras and Infestors. This is an amazing anti-bio force, but that's just too much bio right now. Those Ravagers need to get the fuck out of there. Oh no. What are you doing? Throws the biles behind and stands his ground. Germstar Dog just did that thing which you see animals do in nature where they try to puff themselves up to look better and they hope the predator just runs away even though they can't fight them. Unfortunately, the bio, not as stupid as some snakes and shit in nature, was like, no, I actually am the poisonous, venomous creature who's gonna fucking take you to Dicktown, mate, get out of here. And now Germstud Dog is in a real spot of bother. These Marauders gonna go for that hatchery, wants to get the cancel on that hatcher, wants to deny the gas mining. Ooh, Teardrop. Gonna be feasting on Zerg tiers tonight. Germstud's like, I've got better upgrades, I just don't have any fighting things. Meanwhile, 2-2 upgrades are on the way. Those 10 barracks pumping out tons of bio all across this base. And Teardrop's looking pretty fucking fine and sexy. I like it. You know, Teardrop at this point, medevacs, Marauders. I like to see some siege tanks. I feel like Teardrop has got the kind of Dorito snacks on the chest, collecting the belly button. But without siege tanks, I just feel like this is almost a diet. I feel like this is almost sticking to the resolution. Like, it's still mostly Marines. You need some siege tanks. You need the bottle of Mountain Dew by your side. Maybe just get a bag of sugar. You guys ever done that? You go to the grocery store, you buy a bag of sugar, you just cut a hole in it, and then you just fucking... It's not even eating. You're basically drinking the sugar out of the bag. It's fantastic. You guys ever really want to fuck up your diet after a week into the new year? That's the way to do it. It's brilliant. Another one, get a stick of butter, leave it out in the sun for half an hour, and then just eat it like it's a candy bar. It's great. Try it out. Don't knock it till you try it. Twitch chat, you're having some silly judgmental reactions. You all need to learn how to be more understanding. The same way these Ravagers and Hydras are trying to understand what a Marauder shot to the face feels like. Meanwhile, a double drop in the main base also is like, hey, do you guys like bullets? These drones are like, no, we like minerals. The Marines are like, yeah, but we're gonna give you bullets. Nah, we're gonna give you some bullets. The attack on the other side of the map had to retreat for Germstud Dog, and Germstud Dog has a gigantic economy, is going for +3 missile attacks, has great upgrades, just has fuck all army right now against the well upgraded bio, the medevacs. I mean, still actually 1-1. 2-2's not quite done just yet. Teardrop does have to get out of there eventually, but there's a fourth base up. Starting to do some annoying little drops here. This single Marauder's like, taste my grenades. These are Punisher grenades. The drone's like, yeah, I get it. Ow, ow, stop it, stop it, stop it. Ow, ow. This Marauder's like, lol, this Zerg really hates his drones. Meanwhile, Germstud Dog's running around the map chasing a medevac, and that Marauder's up to 7 kills. Holy shit. Ooh. Hot damn. Finally, the Zerg decides to protect that gigantic 72 drone 5 base economy. But another attack already stimming it on the right-hand side. Teardrop all over this map with the mobility. And we are going to see Germstud try to pull home. Oh my god, those Hydras were about to intercept a full double drop. They're going to intercept a full double drop, are they? Oh, Teardrop, very dangerous. Right-hand side, that drop pulls back. The Hydras are on top of it. Those units are going to evacuate to the right at the same time. A drop on the left. Teardrop going full beyond right now. He's like, I'm going to drop here, I'm going to drop there. Loses track of some units, and those decide to headbutt to their death. But the left-hand side, the hatchery is going to fall. The broodlings come out and immediately get shot down. Oh god, these units are going to start to fall. They're just kind of stimming and boosting away. Those Marauders going to randomly run into the natural. This drop on the left-hand side looks like it might boost into that main. And yet again, Marauders in a drone line being left to do whatever the fuck they feel like. Germstud! No, protect your workers. What are you doing? Oh, Teardrop. Oh, big biles landing. That one medevac does abandon the units and saves itself. All right. Still 65 drones versus 65 drones. That Marine. Oh my god, what a way to go down. Double drop on the right-hand side as well. 3-3 on the way. Up against, of course, 3-3 on the way for Zerg as well. Zerg has already got +3 attack, +2 armor. And this game's out of control, man. 4 bases versus 5, I guess. Actually, Germstud's down in economy right now. Teardrop just keeps up these drops. The Queen's gonna take down these medevacs. One medevac falls. Will the other medevac fall? It's on 1 hit point. It does go down. And the Roaches, the Ravagers, and Hydras do get revenge. But it's just a distraction. These units left to distract at the same time. The Marines and Marauders running on the left-hand side. And yet another base goes down. Holy crap. Germstud's economy just keeps getting bruised and battered here. Teardrop with his massive expendable bio. Still got that core of Marines underneath. And even though there's no stick of butter being munched on, there's no bag of sugar that he's inhaling from, he's not using the siege tanks, but he doesn't need to. He's got some of those gains from his trips to the gym, his abilities to eat a healthier diet. and most importantly is just out-positioning the Zerg, coming in from all sides. Is like, I played some Marine mono battles for 7 minutes, Germstad was all like, what the fuck's the point of this? Why do you keep just sacrificing Marines, you dumbass? And then Teardrop is like, well, guess what, buddy? Double drop in the main base, about the 17th one in a row. It's gonna stim in. Who likes bullets? The drones are like, oh, fucking not again, man. The Queen's gonna try and take out these medevacs. Uh-oh. One of those medevacs goes down, but the hatchery does fall, and these units are all expendable. Tries to drop down there. There isn't even a hatchery there anymore. And I gotta feel like you're pissed off as the Zerg at this point. Infestors have never joined the fray. Fungal would be absolutely devastating against this army. But this is still a good Zerg army. Infestors are finally coming in. Great Aspire as well. If Broodlord Infestor gets out, Teardrop is probably going to be going to Dicktown. Another double drop on the left-hand side. This 5th base trying to go up, but Zerg counteracts with a nice shit on the expansion maneuver. I do like that Zerg is the one race that has both a shit on your base to block you landing it, and also a piss on your base to kill it move. I mean, that's just, to me, that's a brilliant race. People are like, why do you like Zerg? They're gross. I'm like, you can poo on your opponent and pee on them. And people are like, okay, I get it. Yeah, that is pretty fun. There's not many video games where you can do both of those things, but Zerg and StarCraft, the ultimate BM race, those fungals have been fucking nasty. Holy shit, Germstar Dog takes a good angle. Your Drilly Boys even have to evacuate. Are there even going to be enough units to defend here? Okay, Germstar Dog, though, extending up the ramp a little bit. For some reason, the Bio trying to break down those rocks rather than engaging. Another juicy fungal lands, but I think there's just enough Marines and Marauders. Those medevacs doing so much healing from the back lines, and Teardrop barely holds on whilst counterattacking. That double drop on the left-hand side has done some good damage. The economy of Germstad is in tatters. A single infestor just pops into the ground and kind of just fucking weaves away. Is like, oh shit, time to get out of here. This dropship on the counter-attack warpath. And Teardrop, of course, still has mining bases, still has that fresh 5th that's been landed. Lots of SCVs mining. Germstad, on the other hand, only really has one fresh mineral line, half a mineral line, and half a mineral line that's not even saturated. Teardrop still absolutely unafraid, just coming in from all sides. Gonna click on that hatchery. That's the only fresh base. The only fresh base falls. And Teardrop here, launching into the new year in wonderful fashion. Non-stop bio drops on all sides. Germstar Dog's like, get the fuck out of here. Terran is so broken, man. All you did was make basic units and A-move them. Teardrop's like, no, actually I did kind of multi-pronged drop and weave in and out and come in from two sides at once repeatedly in order to open up opportunities like just there. Distract on one angle, poke in from the other. The multi-prong has been sexy, it's been divine, it's been fabulous. All sorts of beautiful play here from Teardrop, and these little vestiges of the Zerg army trying to defend little... Oh, where's the fungal? Nice fungal to catch those medevacs. There's only 2 Hydras to actually deal damage though, and that's a little bit of bio. And when I say a little bit, I mean about 4,000 bio. You're like, how much bio do you have? Oh, 4,000? Nice fungal growth will do the trick there, though. Oh, imagine if these fungals had come into the game earlier when Germstad still had big economy. Holy shit. I mean, against pure bio, if there's no tanks. Oh, my God. Oh, he's just too far behind. It's one of those things where you land those epic fungals, but you're already dead, and you're like, oh, fuck this game, Terran Zimba. But that was beautiful. Nice little set of fungals there from Germstad. I hope Germstad takes it in stride. Actually, not really. I'm a sick bastard, so I really want to see Germstad rage. Let out your frustrations. Come on, let him out. Doesn't really have the money to make Broodlords. That seems kind of bad for X versus Zerg. So Germstad is saying, your strategy's not good. Zerg just defends for the first 10 minutes. What's the point? Wait, is he asking what's the point of his opponents? The bigger fuck up of a game, the better system? You can still cheese? I don't understand what Germstad's talking about. Obviously, this is one of a frustrating game, but yeah, Marines in all sides. Oh, so I think Germstad's talking about the matchup in general. They're saying it sucks that Zerg always has to defend for 10 minutes. You can make Marines the first minute 70 TVZ, it's totally normal. I don't know if I'd call this a normal game. This isn't quite a Florencio sewer mermaid thing, but it happens. Great harass. I mean, Germstad's like, we just saw all 5 stages of grief in a couple of chat lines. It was like, your strategy seems bad. Let's go back and go through that. So this The 5 stages of StarCraft grief. We've all been through this. Like, I'm not even judging Germstar Dog. I'm like, I totally get it. It's just like, what's the point? So that's just the pure frustration, right? You don't even know what you're angry about. Germstar Dog says, you can still cheese. That's what I'm saying. That's just a normal... Oh, is Germstar aware that it's the challenge? Is that what... Is that... Ah... I don't know, maybe Germstad's saying the challenge. Ah, were they both playing the challenge? Was it meant to just be pure Roach? I guess it was. Maybe? Maybe Germstad was also playing the New Year's challenge and I didn't even realize. I don't know, man. Going pure Roach seems like a pretty normal game. I didn't even realize. No, Germ didn't know, chat saying. Wouldn't that be funny? If Zerg was complaining about how you get to just go Marines with the challenge? Well, anyway, we did get to see the 5 stages of grief there. It was frustration. Stage 1 was like, this is fucking bullshit. What's the point? That seems kind of bad. So first was frustration. Then was judgmental. Okay, no. Okay, judgment first of all. So number 1, first stage of StarCraft grief. Your strategy's bad. Number 2, what's the point? So it's kind of like a vague... What is the point? You're playing the game wrong, or like the game's not as good, or this or that. Then there's the justification, which is trying to validate it with some random point that is tangentially related, but you can still cheese. And the stage 2 of justification, which is that's a normal game. And then finally there's the realization that we're a little bit salty after getting multi-dropped to death over and over and over and over and over again. And then there's acceptance. Anyway... And finally, the final stage, the compliment. The complimenting your opponent. First complaining. Well, first you start by saying their strategy's bad, then you complain, then you say they're playing the game wrong, and then you accept and compliment them and say, oh, you played really fucking well, didn't you? Hats off to you, Germstar Dog. Turning it around, didn't go full whiny pants there. Even bigger hats off to Teardrop for Mass Marine. Dropping all over the place like a sexy, sexy, beautiful Terran. Didn't go full degenerate, need a stick of butter, but you got some Doritos spread all over your fucking hairy chest. Your neck beard was filled with the Dorito dust. That's what I like. I like a bit of Dorito dust in the neck beard, you know? Good shit, man. Hats off to you. Have some fun. Have a good night. Thank you very much for your games. We had some good, weird games in today's ICYFAR. They were fucking weird. I like it. Don't forget to get your replays in for the next challenge, guys. It is encirclement. Encircle your opponent with large flanking attacks, surrounds, or entrenched siege tactics so you can go and start surrounding their base. That's another type of encirclement, isn't it? So lots of fucking freedom with that. I want to see some good flanks, some good surrounds, some good traps. I tried 3 games of it this morning, and I got absolutely fucking pounded in every single one of them. I was playing very good opponents though, and I was playing a little bit like a poop trying to get waffle stomped through a shower. So, you know, it's like, you guys, yeah, you ever been to like school camp and there's that one kid who's like, oh, I don't use the bathroom. Like a lot of people pee in the shower, right? There's the one kid who shits in the shower and then he tries to waffle stomp it down the grate. And you're like, dude, that's not cool. He's like, oh, in my house, we just shit in the shower. It's normal. And you're like, oh, no, don't waffle stomp this shit down the shower drain. That's kind of what my play was like this morning. I was already playing like shit, and then I was also trying to fit it into the mold of the ICYFAR. So I was trying to waffle stomp these surrounds against, like, I played Future and some other 6K players, and they just wrecked me. It was terrible. So thanks for that, guys. Catch you guys next time, and I'll see you with next week's ICYFAR games.